Hi everyone and welcome to our Wetlands Animal Pack showcase. Today we're going to be taking a look at all of the different animals that are available in the Planet Zoo Wetlands Animal Pack, which is available to purchase right now on Steam. So let's go have a look. So today I have a very special guest here to help me have a look at the Wetlands Animal Pack animals. We've got Dave from the development team.
Hi Tim.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. Good to be here.
It's always great to have you here as well,
Thank
of
you.
course. So, should we go and have a look straight away at some of those animals from the Wetlands Animal Pack?
Let's do it. Can't wait.
All right, I reckon let's go and start with the capybaras.
Of course, yes.
So, little known, little rumblings around the office that the community were interested in seeing these animals in the game.
Yeah, we had a little idea.
Yeah, we had a little bit of an
wanted these
idea.
guys.
But so it's been really exciting for us to be able to now bring them to Planet Zoo in the Wetlands Animal Pack. And they are being adorable immediately for us. So thank you very much, capybaras.
In the hot spring, having the best, chillest time.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh.
So we've got to start with saying how incredible they look.
Yeah, no, I think just our animal team have done such a good job representing them. And they've got, like, you see, the male we're looking at now has the, I forget the word, but the nose thing.
There's that, the flat on the nose, yeah, exactly. So there's something actually, if you have a look on our forums, we had a developer journal where the teams talk about references they use and seeing capybaras in real life so that they would be able to make it as authentic as possible, which is fantastic. And we've got the babies here as well. We've got the juveniles.
We've just got so much interaction with each other and with other species as well. There's a lot of interspecies interaction bonuses that you can get from having these in habitats with other species.
But they're so sociable. They're
such sociable animals.
They just like to chill with everyone, I think.
They're just the most relaxed species we have. I mean, that's not a metric we have in game, but if it was there,
if we were to hand out a reward for most relaxed animal, it would be the capybara.
For sure.
So we've got some little sections here we can talk about because capybaras, as much as they're cute, I think they're actually a really interesting animal in Planet Zoo as well. They've got different enrichments that they can use. They've also got, they can go swimming, and they can even use the new bathing behavior as well.
Yeah.
That we've added in the 1.9 free update that is available for everybody now.
That's right, yeah, they've got
a lot. Our little hot spring right there.
A lot of different behaviors. This hot spring is new for 1.9 with the capybaras and the Japanese macaque. And these are little shallow pools that you can create.
The hot tub.
Oh, it's so cute!
Sorry, please continue talking about the hot spring while I fawn over the capybara.
Part of what we wanted to do is have this opportunity for players to create their own hot spring. Like, we could make a traditional enrichment where they all go in a little pool by themselves, but we thought give that freedom to players, let them make an exciting new hot spring area you can sort of customize. So we have here the new hot tap enrichment with just
this is I do the same thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is like one of the best things you can do is just sit there underneath like the shower, just enjoying, but it's incredible. So this is one of the enrichments that, as you can see, both the adults and the juveniles alike are enjoying very, very much.
Yeah, wonderful VFX works from our VFX artist Selena on this. It's just so lovely to see them using these hot taps. And
I think we've got one who's resting there in the hot spring that we've created as well.
Yeah, having a nice little bathe. So one of the exciting things, hopefully, I don't know if we'll see it now, but capybaras can call over other capybaras to bathe with them, so they can all stay together and be sociable. I think this one's given up. It's too relaxed.
It's done relaxing. It's going to go do something else with its time now.
Yeah.
Well, that's also okay, right?
Probably to go relax in the hot tubs.
So we've got them swimming as well, which is really, really great. So you can make some really, really great habitats for the capybaras, I would say.
Yeah, lots of stuff for them to do.
They just look great doing everything that they do.
They can also use our new buoy enrichment when they go deep swimming. These are deep swimmers. Just lots of different things for them to do. We can see one having a little swim around just there. Oh, and there's one in the water right now. Going to have some food,
Let's have a look.
Oh.
I guess there's a reason why this is a fan favourite animal.
Yeah, for sure. I think going over to... give it a little bonk.
Give it a little boop. Yeah. Let's get it out the way. I've got places to be, got things to do. So cute.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got, so we can also see here our new customizable water effects. So you can see lots of little bubbles around in the water at the minute. This is using a slider for how many bubbles you want in your lake. So obviously you can have it a lot higher for lots and lots of bubbles. I know we've got one of our presets is for the gulpy energy drink. So you can have a lake full of energy drink if you want.
Wow.
That's now an option.
I can't say that I would recommend that for animal welfare.
Not the easiest way to relax them, I'd say.
These animals are all about relaxing and taking it easy. And you're like, why don't we just give them energy drinks? Why not? We do not recommend giving capybaras energy drinks at any given moment. But as you can see, there's a couple of them now joining together to relax in this hot spring that we've built.
And here's the mist effect as well, another part of the additions that we've made to water for this update. You could just see that
it just completes the sort of the image, doesn't it?
Yeah, even if your water isn't necessarily hot, you can still have this effect. But to use a hot spring, you need to have a water temperature regulator next to your lake, just to make sure that it's hot and nice, and that the capybaras can use it for nice hot spring times.
You can see there we had the different temperatures for the different areas because, of course, they're for different uses for them.
Exactly. They want to be comfortable, and then they want to go swimming in some nice, cool, fresh water.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Right? It's just the life, I think, that they have.
I wish I could be a capybara sometime.
Yeah. They spend their time chilling, eating, being sociable. It sounds perfect to me. Okay, I think we could probably go and have a look at another one of our animals. So why don't we go take a look at our exhibit animal, the new Crested Newt?
I think so, let's do it.
So there's a lot of people here to see them.
Oh yeah, wow, it's popular.
This is actually a great example right here of another feature. You were mentioning all of the different bits of water. We've now added FlexiColor for exhibit water as well. Yeah,
we've extended the exhibits to have this FlexiColor water. You can change it to whatever color you like. So this is something that we did have on standard habitat water, but now you can use it in exhibits as well. So you can customize it exactly the way you want it to be.
Which is amazing. It's really cool for me and the others in the community team when we watch what everybody in the community does with these different tools when we give it to them. So I'm excited to see how people develop like the hot springs and what they decide to do with the different coloring for the water, the bubbles, the mist. It's going to make some very, very pretty zoos. I think.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what people do with it.
Ooh, but let's take a look at our little friend here. There's a new Crested Newt. So I believe that this could be one of the smallest newts.
I think
as
so,
well.
Yeah, one of the smallest exhibit animals that we have in the game.
Yes, for sure. And they look incredible, like with the belly and with the crest across the top as well. Yeah,
and you can see it interacting here with our little bubble stream in the exhibit. Oh.
Well, everyone wants to chill and have fun, right? Should we see if we can find one of the other newts where they're hanging out?
Yeah, it's hard to see them sometimes.
Well, they are small, but they are also extremely pretty. So you know, we want to check them out. There we go. We've got one hanging out right there.
Chilling out on the floor. Oh.
Yeah, as one does. So you can see that really unique crest across the top. And there's the new Crested Newt for a reason, of course.
It's a very thin crest, like you can, but lets a little bit of light through in the game. We've got some new sort of render technology on the back to sort of make this pop and make it look as realistic as we can get.
Want to make it pop.
Yeah, I want to make it pop.
Well, I mean, we're always looking to make everything in Planet Zoo as authentic and as good of experience for everybody, including the animals that we have. There's one chill in there as well.
Having a little swim around, investigating.
They're so pretty with the different colours. Thank you for there we go, perfect. Showing the belly there as well. Just like, here you go.
Lovely little mottled belly. Yeah. It's quite a colourful animal, which is sort of, if you were viewing it from the top, it's sort of surprising that it's got such a vibrant belly underneath. And
you wouldn't be able to notice that so much while they're on land, but when they're in the water, of course, you can see that really big contrast between the different parts of the animal.
Yeah, you're definitely able to get that view. Yeah.
We love it.
A super cool exhibit animal, really nice to have in the game. Something we've
Well, we just want to make sure that we're adding exhibit animals as well, because at least for me, when I'm in any kind of zoo or wildlife park, it's always a super interesting part of when you go walking around. You've got your habitats, of course, and they're always fascinating, but being able to see things that are smaller in nature, because I think if you had a whole habitat for
one of these guys might get lost.
It's like you're not gonna see them. Whereas this way we can see everything that they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's clearly resonating with the guests in this park.
Yeah, clearly.
We'll want to check out the newt.
We always want to check out the newt. And we've also got things like the education boards there as well, of course. You can see more information about them.
All that information on the newt, obviously all the stuff for you to look at yourself in-game on the Zoopedia about the newt as well.
Yes.
Lots of plenty interesting facts there.
That's what I spend half my time doing, is reading. I feel like I must be a tedious person to go around any kind of zoo or wildlife park with, because I'm just there.
You've got the facts, you're ready to go.
No, I want to read everything. I'm just like, okay, we can go look at the animals, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to read and I'm going to learn all of this stuff about this one. Did you know about this newt?
Tim, we want to go see the lions.
but there's another info panel. Yeah, that's me. That's me taking my time everywhere, getting to know the animals.
You want to get the full experience.
Well, I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's just so much stuff that you just don't know. That's another part, to be honest, with working on Planet Zoo, is forever having all of the Zoopedia facts that come through and learning all of this stuff with talking to everyone on the development team and making all those decisions and just learning all of these different facts about animals that I just never knew.
Yeah.
Which is including ones like this little newt. It's super cute.
I mean, it's something that we've discovered, like going back to the Capybara when they were doing their hot spring behaviour. It was checking out, why do they do this? And it's to relieve stress. And it made such perfect sense. So it's such a good fit for our game.
Yeah.
With animals being stressed. What a good way to relieve that stress.
I think the research that everyone does, especially the designers, is just so important.
Yeah.
Right. I reckon let's go have a look at our next animal.
Yeah.
I reckon...
Who's it going to be?
Let's go for the Nilelechway.
Yeah.
So here we have the Nilelechway, mainly found in Africa. The Nile in the name, giving a little bit of a clue, I would say. They look so great.
It's lovely having different male and female forms with this animal as well. Like, the male is very different to the female. It's got that darker coat and the horns, obviously.
Its horns are incredible, actually.
Really majestic and an interesting animal. And
then you've got this stark difference here.
Yeah, this is the female. Really unique. I say unique behaviours. This is the Wetlands Pack. Most of them interact with water, shockingly.
It's shocking. I think that's been one of the really great things about putting this pack together, is each of these animals out in the wild have got such a special relationship with water.
Yeah.
And we've looked for how we can sort of mirror that in the game, in the different things that they do in their behaviours. So exactly why we were looking with the capybaras, right? With the relaxing. And we've seen in nature for the Nilelechway, they tend to use water for safety, for being social and things like that. So ours will also go in the water and they enjoy that. So they've got, because you mentioned that they tend to stick together.
Yeah, they've got, so these animals use our herding system where they'll sort of stay together in packs and go to different areas of your habitat together sort of as a pack. And then they can do similar behaviours in that group, like grazing. That's a great behaviour for groups of animals that we have. I think we can see them. Oh, yeah. Is the mother going to follow along with the little child here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just make sure they're okay.
Yeah, that's going to be okay. And the juvenile is, again, so cute.
Yeah, just like those little legs, they look almost spindly. I'm always reminded of Bambi.
I knew you were going to say Bambi. I knew that's what you were going to say. Predictable Dave.
But they've got this sort of pack mentality, which is really nice to see sort of represented in the game, where they'll go places together and do all of these different behaviours.
Yeah,
and they've got a lot of different behaviours to do. We can see we've got all of these enrichments for them to interact with.
And they're all headed over together again.
It's
all over there. Oh, they're super cute. And so they've got a few different enrichments that they can use as well, you were saying.
Yeah, so you can see here we've got the scarecrow for them all to feed on, the scratching trees, which are very similar to the rubbing pillar in that they'll sort of rub against them, sort of to relieve any itches that they've got. I think we might see one about to use one now, just about to go up to the tree and have a little scratch.
Oh, it's so cute.
Relieving those itches, and it's nice to have those natural enrichments in the game as well. I like having the ones that don't necessarily look like they'd be, you know, put there by keepers. You want to have that sort of natural habitat look in your zoo sometimes, and I think these are really good for that. But yeah, these guys have a lot of different ways to interact with their environment. Even when I think they're grazing now, we can see that female over there. While that male keeps a lookout.
I must say,
taking a look at all those guests.
Well, we'll focus on the Lechways in there, which but they're very well behaved. You're mentioning they do this, and then they've just gone and done it.
I know.
It's amazing.
Pretty shocked at they're like, okay, Dave, we'll go do what you're suggesting.
Sometimes we'll sit here and we'll wait and be like, are you going to do it? Are you going to go over there? Are you going to use the enrichment? It was like with the capybaras in my head. I was like, are you going to use the hot tap one today?
Oh, they love the hot tap.
You're just going to chill in the pool instead. Oh, they're incredible.
Yeah, no, these guys love interacting with their habitat, seeing what they can do. They've got all of these different things to do. They're happy to go do them.
Yeah. I mean,
when they know the others are looking out for them.
And they're taking a little rest there now as well.
Have a little nap.
Yeah, well, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? We've got a nice
What
little
about that self-care?
If you can all about that self-care.
Have a free relax. Why not?
Have a free relax.
Free relax on the house.
You know what? Now, Lechway, this one's on us. Oh, the other one's like, well, if it's on you, I'm going to sit down as well. I'm going to sit down right here. Oh, wonderful. So, shall we go take a look at the next animal that we have available?
I think another one that people are going to enjoy a lot.
Well, definitely. We've got the red-crowned crane.
Yeah. Really, like, majestic.
They look fantastic. We've got a juvenile back there as well.
Oh, I think so. Oh, yeah, having a sniff. Yeah. With mum or dad. Aww. So,
of course, these are wading birds, and as you can see there, we've given them a little pool for wading in as well.
I would expect them to go into that at some point.
Yeah,
of course, this will be the one where they don't do it. Oh no, we've got something already.
One over there.
Oh,
yeah, we can take a look.
Checking out the jetty. They've got this behaviour where they only have one leg in. Don't want to get their feet too wet.
Well, I mean, if you've got the balance,
exactly.
Hold on to
that.
It's
impressive.
I can't say that my gymnastic ability will allow me to stand on one leg for
while
too
sleeping
long,
as
while
well.
Sleeping.
I mean, it's a flex. Frankly.
I feel like that's like a really good skill to have if you commute.
Yeah.
You're stuck on the train. There's nowhere to sit.
That's the situation. I was wondering where I'd be able to use it, but yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, you'd use it for commuting. You just sleep standing up. Don't have to worry if there's no
space. With one leg to sort of freak out the people around you. It's giving you enough space.
It's like a flex.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would probably give that person space as well, in fear that they're going to fall over on a train that's moving around.
But they've got the balance here. These cranes, they're just great.
You can see there's a few of them now going for a little wade there, and they're so pretty.
Yeah, I think like huge credit goes to our animators on these because they've done such a good job with them. Like they've got this special little behaviour. If any of them go to use the forage pool a little bit later on, we'll see they've got this really cool behaviour where they like dive for fish within a pool, and it's just really cool to see.
One of the other things with these as well, I'm not sure we'll be able to see it today, but it's okay. You'll be able to check it out in your own zoos. They also do a mating dance as well.
Yeah, they do, and it's very impressive. I don't know. They're too busy having a relax right now, flexing on each other.
I think that's okay. I mean, they've got some juveniles running around as well. I like the juvenile walking up and being like, "Parent."
How do I do the one leg sleep?
How can I be a part of this? They're also super adorable. I think anyone who's familiar with any of our Planet Zoo streams will very much recognize the community and the dev team just fawning over all of the animals and saying, look how incredible they look at all given moments.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of our job. It's going, oh! Whatever we can.
I mean, why would look at it?
I know.
Why wouldn't you say? Oh.
It's just so cute. I love seeing all the little babies as well because they've got like their own unique behaviours that like just they don't. Oh no, the forage pool is being filled up. We might get to see.
Okay, let's stick around with them for a little bit.
Let's check what they're gonna do in there.
So this is another part of what they're able to do is using this pool.
They've got this lovely little animation where they go down, to grab that sort of a behaviour they have from the time they spend in wetlands looking for food to eat. They you can see they go straight to grab in.
It's a very pointed, very
sharp movement.
Yeah, it's got to be a very quick one, of course. But yeah, they're all doing it right now. Yeah, it's clearly they need something to eat.
Yeah, they've got the surprise.
It's a bit like well, if you're doing any kind of spear fishing, you've got to go really quick.
Yeah, it's very similar.
And clearly they are masters of this as well.
Of course, yeah.
Of course.
Over hundreds of years, however long. I don't know. Check the Zoopedia, maybe.
Yeah. I think maybe we can open up the Zoopedia and have a look right now, right? For the red-crowned crane. There we go. So
loads of information there.
This is what I'll stand around reading at the zoo. For all of you at home, I will not subject you to a dramatic reading of the Zoopedia directly, but you can see like where they've come from. So there are different continents, like with Asia. We mentioned for the others, you've got. Well, we mentioned some of them. Yeah, capybaras are more in South America.
South America. It's so exciting having lots of different species from all around the world in this pack.
Well, we just took a bit of a different approach. We like seeing all of these animals in this connection with water, and it just kind of clicked.
It's a nice connection between all of these species that you wouldn't necessarily think, oh yeah, I'd put these together, but they do make sense, sort of.
When we saw that, it makes complete sense. That's right.
No, back they go. Back into that water. Have a little wade.
Yeah, well, why not?
They're a wading bird, you know.
So are there, out of these four that we've seen, because we'll have a look at the other four in a little bit, but should we revisit any of them quickly, and anything that is your particular favourite from these ones that you would want to look at, with either the capybara, the Nilelechway, the Newt, Crested Newt, or the red-crowned crane?
I am very biased for the capybara.
Yeah?
I spent time working on them, working on those behaviours for the game, and it's always so adorable.
Right, well, let's have another quick look at the capybaras then. Once again,
straight in that hot tap.
Straight in that hot tap. I mean, why wouldn't they be?
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got other things they can do as well. They've got their underwater behaviours. They've got like in other enrichments on land as well, or just having a nap.
Just a sleepy juvenile, just taking a nap. I think we'd made it's almost like we came over and disturbed it from its sleep. I'm so sorry.
Is that one going over to? Oh yeah, we've got the natural water jet going over to use that. Have a little look.
Looks like it.
Oh.
Definitely curious about it.
Yeah. I really like seeing the animal's curiosity represented in that's half of the point of enrichments is seeing the animals go, oh, what's this, and giving them that sort of interaction to keep them happy and healthy within a zoo.
Well, that's what enrichment's all about, right?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Finding ways to keep them sort of entertained, but also mentally stimulated as well. Don't make it too sort of straightforward. You've got to make sure that they've got to sort of work for it a little bit, because then it enriches their lives.
Yeah, you have to help sort of simulate in a way their experiences that they would have in the wild of seeing something new and interacting with it.
It's a super important part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when so many wildlife parks and zoos have like this big focus on conservation as well. Some that we work with definitely do, like Shepherd Wildlife Park. They have lots of amazing conservation efforts that they look at as well. They actually have capybaras too.
Oh,
yes.
Gotta go see them.
I think I want to go and check out the otters.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to check out the otters. There they are.
Straight away. Oh.
So I'm not sure if you've ever seen otters in person before, but the squeaks they make is adorable.
I'm afraid I've only seen them through a large, potentially unhealthy amount of cute YouTube videos.
Okay.
But it's all self-care, so it's okay.
We actually call that important work research.
That's true.
Here
Yeah,
at Frontier. If we're not watching a certain amount of cute animal videos a day, we're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
So this is the Asian short-clawed otter.
Yeah, they've got lots of
short claws.
Short claws. Yeah. Well, they're big water dwellers. Like we see, they're all deep swimming now. Lots of different little motions within their deep swimming systems. They're just so cute, and another user of the buoys in this pack.
Okay, so the little bits you've got dotted around at the bottom there, little submarines?
Yeah, lots of different little things they could do. The submarine actually works for quite a lot of our deep swimmers in the game. You know, who when you see a buoy underwater wouldn't want to go swimming into it full speed?
I mean,
Bam.
If there was a little floating submarine, like at the bottom of a pool, I'd also be swimming down there to just give it a little poke.
Little poke, yeah.
Just a boop.
Classic pool toy. And we can see the small feeder as well. This is something new for if you want to feed your animals underwater. The big feeder is still available. You can use that big feeder, but this one sort of gives them a bit more space. If you've got sort of shallower pools, you want more room to sort of feed your animals in, you can use this one. So this comes in fish and herb variants.
Varied menu, wonderful.
Yeah. Otters love a bit of fish.
I mean, of course, they're so cute. So we've got the otters here, and of course, the otters in real life, they tend to be quite social with each other. There's a lot of them hanging out together all the time.
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular that you like about them?
I think just, I was going to say the squeakiness.
The squeakiness, yeah. It's
you
the squeaking.
The squeakiness. For me, it's the squeakiness.
It's all of the squeaks that they make.
Yeah, they're really curious animals, I think. They've got like so much that they love to explore, oh, was that one eating a fish? Oh, that was adorable.
We've lost Dave.
I see them just going for the feeder, and I'm
we've
gone.
Lost you.
I'm
we've
gone.
Lost you. Well, that's okay. I mean, this happens at least a dozen times per live stream anyway. So we're just keeping up expectations for us to just be blown away by the work that all of the team do, creating all of these amazing animals, going for a swim.
Yeah, I mean, they've got lots of stuff they could do. We've got all of this underwater enrichment for them, but there's also lots of stuff above water as well. They don't spend all their time swimming. They like it a lot, but then when there's things to do, things to explore above their habitat, they're absolutely going to go for it.
I wonder if there's any who are above the water right now. Should we take a look? See if we can find any. They might all be swimming.
Yeah, so they've got their...
They're all swimming.
They've all got in the pool. They've got their mud bath enrichment. Are they going to use it? Nah, they're too busy. They're too busy getting wet.
I mean, they're having their best life.
Exactly.
So why not? I think we were talking about the squeaks. If you ever have the chance to see them in real life, try to see when they're about to be fed, and the squeaks just intensify. And it's just like this cacophony of squeaky noise and like little otters coming up looking at you.
Because they all know, because they're so social, but they see one going for food, they're like, oh, is it food time?
All of them go together. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. I was kind of hoping that they would leave the water, but I think they've decided that this is
They've got
what they want to do.
They've got their fish, they've got their enrichment, they're happy.
They're happy.
Why would they?
Well,
we've got one above water.
We've got one above water, okay.
Yeah,
well, while we're talking about them in the water, we could also mention a little bit about, there's all these bubbles in the water.
Yeah.
And that's actually new in the 1.93 update, right?
Yeah, this is part of our water customization options that we've added. So you can see there's this bubble slider, and you can have loads and loads of bubbles with just a absolute, almost sparkling water in the habitat. Maybe not the healthiest for otters. I think they're a little scared of it. I saw on a cute YouTube video where they were quite scared of sparkling water.
Oh no. But I don't want to scare the otters.
But I think they'll be happy with that, just small amount of bubbles there. But then there's also mist options available. We've changed some of...
see the mist options, yeah.
Yeah, we've changed some of the presets as well. So we have gulpy presets for your water and Street Fox coffee as an option for your water. And these now have bubbles and mist applied.
It's worth mentioning that the addition of mist here is cosmetic.
Yes.
So we're just doing this to show you at home. This does not raise the temperature of the water by itself. You would still need to have a regulator and such. Oh, and they're on the... There's one watching from the water like, what you doing?
That looks like fun.
Seeing them going around on land.
Yeah, they've got some great enrichment.
Okay. I reckon we can probably move on to another animal.
Sounds good, yeah.
Which one do you want to have a look for?
Herding off together. How about we go for the water buffalo?
Want to go for the water buffalo?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's move around to the water buffalo.
Check
So,
out, see what they're doing.
The water buffalo is one of my favourites.
One of mine too. They're just so pretty.
I was blown away, like, while we were prepping some of the screenshots for their animal showcases and things like that. I did actually have to do a little bit of a double take because I wasn't actually sure that it was just in the game. I was like, oh, so this is just a wild water buffalo, but this was ours in the game. Because just the strength of them, they look incredible.
Yeah. It's so lovely when we're creating these animals and we have these discussions about how the animals are coming along and getting sent screenshots of them in progress, and seeing these guys was just like, wow, they look so good. And so you really get a sense of like the strength and power that they've got. And sorry, they just did a nice little nose rub.
It's just the cute moment comes in and Dave's taken down.
And disappeared. But yeah, seeing them and how they've come on, they're just excellent. And nice seeing them get all muddy as well. They do like their mud bath. You can see that one's got.
I think it's something that they do. That's another thing they do in the real world as well.
Yeah, it definitely is though. Who wouldn't enjoy a mud bath, you know?
Me?
Well, yeah.
Tell you
it's
what.
a niche spa treatment.
Yeah, when it comes to the mud baths, I'll leave that one to you, and I can enjoy them vicariously through you rather than getting into the mud bath myself. I don't know. I guess I'd have to try it once to confirm.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend like the one in a zoo.
No,
like in a spa maybe.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I wasn't just going to sort of climb into a habitat and just join the wild water buffaloes.
Hey,
and just
they're
try
having
it
a
out.
good time. Why not?
Well, I can't imagine they would enjoy doing some of the things that we do as well. Like, can you imagine trying to take one of these to the pub? I feel like that wouldn't go well.
I mean, haven't you seen? That's one of our secret enrichments.
No.
A giant pub.
A giant pub, buffalo pub. They're just getting real close to that bull in a china shop field right there. So you can see they're all going for a little bit of feeding there.
But
they're
using
using
the
the
barrel
water
feeder.
as well.
I think so. Yeah, add some water. They do some wading. They're well known for it.
Yeah. Well, that says with all the animals in this pack, they've all got a relationship with water.
Yeah.
In the real world, that's something that we saw that really connected them, is they've all got these different ways that they interact and use water. So, of course, the wild water buffalo, it's in the name a little bit, isn't any different.
Love some water. Yeah, it's lovely having that connection between all of them.
Get that ball out of here. How dare you get near my child?
You've got to have room to eat from that scarecrow. The scarecrow is great.
I really like the scarecrow.
Yeah.
It does make me feel like the scarecrow going down a little yellow brick road, and just like, okay, but it's not that one, so it's okay.
I mean, it's so great. Like, they've got all these enrichments to play with. It's really exciting to see what they do with them. And they've got, the mud bath is my favourite, seeing them interact with that. They've got this lovely animation.
Oh, I really hope they use it while we're here.
As per usual, our animation team does a spectacular job with just all of our animals, and
yeah, they're amazing.
They've knocked it out of the park.
You're all amazing at all of what you do with these. I just spend a lot of time, you know this, whenever we have our meetings, like every week, I'm just going, this is amazing. Everyone's trying to talk about what they're working on and talk about the animals in this pack, and I'm just there in the chat going, I love everything.
Well, that's the important thing. We want to have that sort of wow factor. The sort of.
I am the representation of the community in everything that the devs talk about. Throwing lots of hearts at them.
If Tim's not going,
oh my
this
God.
is great, then we're like, oh.
Then we're like, oh no, what have we done? Existential crisis.
Oh, we got somebody using the rubbing pad here.
I was hoping that they would.
Yeah.
They're thinking about it.
Yeah, I think just having used it, going to
Yeah, we maybe just missed it. There's one kicking around the doll,
skittle
yeah.
thing.
I agree with that.
The keeper.
I agree with the keeper. Like, woohoo!
I think that means they're all happy, they're all healthy, they're all doing exactly. They're living the perfect water buffalo life.
They are.
Yeah.
They're clearly all having a great time. I'm staring at this one. I'm like, veer to your left.
Veer
to the left.
I mean, I'm surprised none of them have actually gone in the water yet. They do a fair amount of wading to sort of clean themselves off, but we've seen quite a few
having a nice
muddy.
time today. That's okay. We can always check back later and see if they're doing anything. Because in the meantime, we can check out another one of the animals in the pack.
For sure.
So I think we should go and have a look at the spectacled cayman.
Yeah, let's go
do
see
it.
what they're up to.
Looking pretty snappy.
Ooh.
Got them resting
there
over
they
here. So one thing I love about the cayman is, well, again, I guess this would be down to the art team, like just how incredible the whole thing looks, like all the ridges down the back. And
Really detailed, you get.
Yeah, all of that detail and attention.
Like it's so important. We have lots of meetings to just make sure that they are as accurate as they can be, and get like really fine details. We'll have like very specific meetings about like checking that like a jaw is right, or like that just the textures look just spot on. And I mean, they always come out just fantastic. I'm always amazed.
And this is such a good representation of so often when you see them in real life as well, just slightly submerged and just being there and ready.
Having possibly, I was going to say relaxing, but potentially maybe not in this case. Maybe just sort of lurking, sneaky, trying to. See if
Letitia being sneaky. Well, that's the thing with sort of reptiles. Like, of course, they tend to conserve their energy by not moving too much, and then when they do, it's always incredible. And I love the open mouth there as well.
Yeah. I mean, we see it sort of they'll store that energy up, don't they? And then we can see it with the restraint feeder. If any of them use it, there's sort of like a burst of power where they go.
It's very calculated.
You could call it a snap, where they they go straight in for the food.
Well, it's just a life of very calculated choices always with the way that they need to sort of manage themselves. So it's like you said, you get that burst, but it's at the exact right moment always to do exactly what they needed to do.
And they got checking out that bud enrichment. Probably smells. Oh,
the eyes.
The face. You could tell it's like, ooh,
It's having a great time.
That smells good.
I'm going to stay here. Yeah. I wonder if we've got, if we can go back and see if any of them are in the water. Yes.
Oh yeah, got a little
there we go.
here.
Because the way that they swim, of course, is very different.
Yeah.
As you'd expect, completely different body type to the others that we see.
Very methodical. Very. So it's nice. It's nice having a sort of mid-sized crocodilian in the game, where we haven't had one that's sort of this size before, and one from helping to bolster the South America roster as well. These guys are from South America, along with our capybaras as well, of course, in this pack. Really great to see more animals from there, and especially these guys, because they're a really nice sort of the opposite side of South America, from the nice relaxed capybaras to the, I don't know, they still seem quite relaxed, right?
I would say they seem relaxed. I mean,
but maybe they only seem relaxed.
Oh, because I feel like, what spectacled cayman hurt you? Every animal that we've looked at.
Just don't trust them. Just don't trust them.
Every animal we look at, you're like, this is amazing. They're wonderful. Look at them relaxing. And then as soon as we get to the spectacled cayman, you're just like,
sneaky creatures.
oh, that one's on a mission. That one's going for it.
Ah, they've got, yeah.
There's like
Straight
a little
for the
waddle
fish.
straight for that, I see.
Ah, delish.
A delish. Yum. So we've had a little bit of time with our spectacled caimans. We can always come back to them again as well.
Yeah.
But I think we've got another one which surprised the community that I'd like us to go take a look at now.
Yeah, I think we've got to go see.
Got to go see
The
the
platypus.
oddity of nature,
The
platypus.
bizarre, the adorable, the. See,
The
we're back. We're
majestic.
back. We're straight off. Now the sneaky caimans are gone. It's like, oh,
We're back. Like, oh. We're back to the adorable, the majestic, the peculiar, the extraordinary baby platypus.
Oh, it's adorable. I think, is that going to use the burrow? We might be able to.
I think it's
see it
heading to
use
the burrow.
Yeah, so this is using the new small burrow for this update. We wanted to include it for some of our smaller species, like the platypus.
There's the platypus. Thinking about it.
Yeah, I think.
So, for
Go on,
anyone
Anne.
familiar with Planet Zoo, you'll remember the burrows that we've had for things like the aardvark and the badger. And here we are with a smaller burrow, which can be used by species like the platypus.
Yeah, there's
There
already
they
a bunch
come.
of them in there.
And of course, you'll be able to use the cameras so that you can see them inside as well.
Yeah, so they use this for relaxing.
So cute.
They will use it, especially when they want to go to sleep. If they want to take shelter, platypuses don't actually mind rain. They're all right with rain because they're semi-aquatic. They're happy to rain just washes off them. They have a good time with that. But if it's snow, they'll be like, oh, maybe not. A little chilly. Let's go into the burrow. Let's.
It's a little bit too chilly.
Yeah.
They'll just waddle their way. Waddle, waddle.
Let's go into
waddle,
this
waddle,
nice little,
Waddle, waddle.
little comfortable little hole.
Yeah, just head on over to the burrow.
Yeah. And then.
Well, we've got at least one still outside.
Yeah.
This one has decided to take a nap outside instead of inside the burrow.
Yeah, it wants to catch the rays.
Yeah. It's very relatable when we get to
Yeah.
summer. I was going to say, let's see if we've got any who are a little bit more active. So
Yeah, I
we've
think
got
a couple.
one of us here is going for a little swim.
A little paddle.
I always
And-
find the history of the
history.
platypus fascinating. How it was just people didn't believe it.
Yeah, and they couldn't figure out like how to classify it, right?
They're just
Because
like, what is it? How do we do this? What do we call you? And even at the beginning, it's like, this isn't even real. How does this exist?
I mean,
Yet
it does
here
seem
is.
weird if you were to describe something. Yes, it's got a beaver tail, but it's not a beaver. It's a.
But it's got more like a duck bill, but it's not a duck.
Oh yeah, so a duck beaver.
No.
I guess.
I mean, platypus is a good name. I think it's a great name. And I'm glad that people recognize its existence and we get to learn more about them and more.
Yeah, so they're really unique. That's what I love about them. And the waddle. The waddle
I
is
just like, you just want to like
great.
waddle
That is
along.
potentially my favourite animation in this pack is the little waddle. Like it's not a big animation. We've got like some very, very impressive animations. But there's
Sometimes the
something
small
about that waddle.
touches,
Yeah.
they just
The
resonate
little-
with you well. So I think we've got enough time to have a little quick look through those animals again. Where do you reckon we should start? I'm thinking the buffalo or the otter.
Yeah, let's go back and check the buffalo. Let's see what they're doing. I think
Okay.
we've got a couple of them
Hey, they're in the water now.
in the water having a little wade,
They're refreshed from their nap and they're
Yeah.
ready to go.
having some water, having a chill.
As you mentioned, they do some wading as well, and they're
Yeah.
just decided to
Have a
go
little relax.
straight in there.
This isn't our bathing behaviour with the hot springs. They just like to have a little relax and a chill sometimes,
Yeah, absolutely.
They're water
mean,
buffalo. It's in the name.
It's
what
in the
they do.
name. I mean, we all do from time to time. People like to take a shower, take a bath, go relax, swimming
It's
in the sea.
best way to clean off
Find
after
yourself a
using
lake.
the mud bath in Richmond.
Yes, the one that you are so fond of.
It's great. I don't see why you don't see the appeal. Tim.
We struggle to keep Dave out of the mud bath enrichments when we do go to zoos.
It's a luxury spa experience.
There's a reason why Dave's not allowed back at the zoo. Well, they've decided to use the water, so I think let's round up by having a quick look at the otter as well.
Yeah, let's check
see
them
if
out.
any of them have become land-born I think they're probably all still in the water.
Absolutely not. They just love that water
They just
too
love
much.
the water. I mean, you can't really blame them. They're having
No,
their
of
best
course,
life there.
I mean, it makes for really great enclosures if you want to set it up so that guests can view them underwater with an underwater viewing section. This is the perfect species for that because they love the water so much. They're going to be under it.
It's
Playing
a little duck
either
around.
that or playing with a rubber duck on the surface.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So, oh no, we've got one.
We've got one on
There we
land. I
go.
was just about to round us off, but there we go.
Oh, I bet he's gonna. Oh, it's one of the babies as well. Oh.
Straight to the water.
Straight back into the water.
No, it's just a tease. It's okay.
Oh,
We're going
thinking
for a
about
little
it.
bit of a run around on land.
What? Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye.
Oh, goodbye. It's like, oh, where did you? Excuse me.
Oh, wait. You're going back in the water? Yeah, me too.
Oh, that's a great idea. Who could have thought of this? I think, Dave, that's all we've really got time for today. But, of course, all these animals you've seen are available in the Wetlands Animal Pack that is available right now on Steam. So we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Cheers.